This video was a little ambitious, I'm going to admit it. It took me a lot of work. It's going to be a pretty quick video, but we're going to talk about, I think we're going with Margaritaville is the current name of the small town. And we've done the buildings, and I haven't put a new interior in here yet, but this is going to be the sheriff's house and office. And then next to it, I'm picturing a barrack for this little guy. And then we'll have a farm, and the barrack will be very small and sparse, and then it'll back up to the farm. So half of its 16 by 16 base will be farmland, and then the farmhouse for this man will be over away from it. So it'll be in sheriff's house, barracks, and then the farm, and there'll be a little farmhouse for him. So let's talk about the figures that I've created here, and I haven't really come up with names for them yet, so if you've got really good name suggestions, but I do have a naming convention that I'm going to go ahead and use at some point. But I just thought I'd make the people and kind of let them fall into their names, maybe get their personality. So first off, we've got the Innkeeper, and I had 3 guys made, and I was like, I don't have very many women in this town yet, so let's go ahead and make this one's a real fun one. Using a little bit more modern of a print. It's got stripes on the back, but I went with the classic pigtail and classic smile, and I think she's kind of a cute little bartender type. She's got the bare arms and the red pants, just kind of fun, and I can definitely see her posed up in the bar, slinging drinks. Kind of do one of these maneuvers. Oops. Well, we are a little tight behind the bar, but get her in there, looking all happy. Oh no, it's completely off screen. But something like that. I'm feeling pretty happy with her in there, greeting all the guests and whatnot. I guess if we turn her face a little bit this way. Yeah, that's pretty good. So there she is. Pretty happy looking little girl. Pretty simple figure. They're all simple figures. They're classic inspired, I'd say. Classic castle inspired figure barfing. Now, I think that it's important to go ahead and do the farmer next, because he's the next civilian in town. And he's been on the roster for a long time to get a place in either Parish or Margaritaville or some other town, but it's a very old overall and red pants. Again, going with that red pants. We got 3 with red pants. He's got some dust and wear on him and scratches, but the face, the hair is classic hair, by the way. It's a classic male hair, but the face is the fun part, because it's an Exoforce big anime eyes face, and on the back he's got a very intense face, and I think that just looks really fun against the very simple body, but he's yelling to you, or maybe he's laughing or something, and he's just having a really good time at your expense. But he's like I said, he's been on my list to give a place. The kind of the philosophy we're going for here is taking a lot of old and classic figures and giving them a new place in the world. This isn't the the hub of the kingdom. This isn't the capital city. This is kind of the outer cities of the kingdom, and some of the figures are a little bit more old and battle worn, perhaps, like this guy. This is the classic cop, and I want all my constables and sheriffs. This is going to be the sheriff for the town. I want all of them to have that classic buttons and the badge, and you can see it, and you can see him, and he's here. I did go ahead and swap the hands for white hands to match the white skin, but he's just very monochromatic and fun. Again, classic hair for this one, but I gave him the Spider-Man boy face from the, I don't remember what series, but the party series. So he does have an alternate expression. I don't think we're going to be using that at all, but the front makes him look like he's some kind of vampire or other demon-born person. He's got the tooth there, but he's got a very light complexion, and he's just got a very, I'm getting too old for this look. I really like that look on him. And he's going to be in there filing paperwork mostly, sending it off to the capital city or whatnot. He's got a hard life out here keeping law on the frontier. But I think he's a fun figure, not much to look at, but he's going to be a fun one to pose up and have around town. And then the last one, we do, of course, need someone loyal to the king to help enforce the laws. So we do have an older family represented here, the Lion Knights. That good. He's got such vivid printing on his uniform for how gnarled up. Do you see how gnarled and like used and battle worn the helmet is? There's a little bit of scratching and dimpling on the legs and the torso, but overall very clean torso. But he did have a hand missing, so I decided to give him, this is a hand worthy of a man who fought for the king. A big hook, a golden hook, and he's a very classic, he does have the slightly newer one, but just a very classic smile, a very worn armor piece for him. I'm thinking about giving him shoulder pads or something maybe, but I think this is just a good look, a very classic overall silhouette of a soldier figure. But then I thought I could give him the little bit more updated sword, the classic style sword with the more ornate hilt and crossguard, and I thought that would be nice for him. He looks very nice holding it. And again, he's, been through some battles, so he would have had some money after he comes back from war. His family's a noble family. Maybe he's not the main line or something, but he would have a nice sword. But then I thought, what is more cute than a one-handed Lego man with, I like giving these guys these big outlandish weapons, and this one's a perfect one in my opinion. It's the Lord Garmadon, I believe, from the CMF Ninjago series. It's his big axe thing, but it's a big pointy stick, very long and tall and heavy, and very unwieldy for a man with one hand. But he's not seeing a lot of action out here. He's mostly here to report on the goings-on to the king, to the family, to just keep the status quo. He's not here to bust heads, and we have a sheriff that's more than capable of, calming down the rabble-rousers out there. But just so this is the part where you guys come in. Tell me which weapon you want to see him carrying. I think it'd also be fun because he's going to have a very small and, like I said, Spartan barracks. It'll be fun to have this on a weapons rack there. Either way, it's probably going to go on the weapons rack, I guess, next to the classic sword, the updated classic sword. But yeah, so let me know your opinion on that, and I'm going to line these guys up, and then we're gonna be done for the video. But if you want to give me name suggestions, feel free. I'm probably not taking names for these guys, but I just think these are real fun classic boys hanging out, kind of classic styled, I guess is what I want to say again. Just hanging out, having a good time in the Margaritaville. There's not any war anymore. There's not a lot going on. Just some happy, figurines for the most part out here. Oops, his head's a little stiff. Out here, living the rest of their lives, which that's kind of what I want for Parrish. I want Parrish to be a town that minifigures kind of retire to. A lot of used figures, a lot of colorful figures that might not get included in your typical city display. So anyways, that's the video. Automatic video is going to be way over here. Subscribe in the middle here, and then over towards the in sign up here will be a video that I do handpick for you, and it's going to be a different figure barf. Probably, I think there's a one where I made a druid, like a D&D style druid. That'll be a fun one. Anyways, I'll see you guys later, and please do comment, Ancient Pans.